Welcome. It's your friendly neighborhood Badger here, and I am on the tail end of a 24-hour live stream on League Start. Now, if you played at all during the first, let's say 16 hours, I would say 14 to 16 hours of League Start on the Ultimatum launch, you would have known that there were some issues that happened, but we pushed through. I was about to end. I was about to go like, nah, we'll do another 24-hour stream some other time. But we pushed through. I made it to around about, well, almost level 80. I think in this map, we're going to ding to level 80 on a hardcore trade character, and we haven't died a single time yet. The actual playtime, even though we've been live for 24 hours, or just under 24 hours, our played is 13 hours. So you can see there that we've only been actually on for about half that time, just because of all of the DCs that have been happening and everything like that as well. Now I'm going to put a link down below to a video by Nugi. He outlined and touched on some really good things that I really touched on as well, about the whole League Start and everything like that, about all the streamer priority, everything like that. If you want my opinions, I pretty much share them with Nugi right there. So click on that one if you want to check that out. But we're here to talk about my League Starter. So let's do that. My League Starter is, if we can show him right here, is an Inquisitor. Where are we? Inquisitor, right here. Called Badger O Negative. And we are spell slinging our Exsanguinate and Reap, the two blood skills. Now, look, I was going to be transitioning this into a crit on hit Reap, and I think I still will, but right now it is damage over time. Now, what does Inquisitor have for damage over time? Not really anything, but the thing that Inquisitor does have is really good regen. Now, I'm still trying to buff out my energy shield here. As I said, we're only level 79, about to hit level 80, but you can see right here in my defense, our life regen and our energy shield regen is over 1,000 here each, which is really tasty. We're obviously full immune to Ignite, Freeze, Chill, and Shock, which is super nice. And we got a little bit of block, but I'm going to be looking at getting that block much higher in the future. So we're still quite susceptible to physical damage hits, but I'm just grinding low level and everything like that. However, let's just jump into, I've actually got let's say Awakener level 2 Veritania here. We've already done one Veritania. We're going to do the second Veritania, and you can see how the build functions right here. So I'm just going to chuck it in, give it a whirl, and hopefully I don't die live in the video, because that would be a little bit disappointing. Now, talking about these blood skills, I really enjoy them. I absolutely like how they function. So you can see here the tendrils are popping out, and the Reap there as well with the big scythe is coming. Now, the clear is not absolutely amazing on this build. We can, at range, fairly well. You can see here, we kind of shoot out the tendrils, and the Reap goes out there as well. But the damage isn't immensely crazy. We also don't have amazing clear. Now, that is also because, you know, right now, I'm still on three links, basically, on our spell slinger right here. I don't have many links. But we are also using Corrupting Fever to proc up a bunch of corrupting damage on the enemies there as well. So right now, it's just in a 2-link as well, Corrupting Fever, just with Brutality, just to increase the damage on that one. Yeah, that's about that. All right, let's get through here. I've also got another small little tech that we are using to actually boost up the damage of Reap, because as you may or may not know, if you're spell slinging or triggering Reap in any way, you don't actually get blood charges whatsoever. You can see up here, no blood charges. However, I'm actually using a Reap in an Unleash setup, and what this means is on tough enemies, I can first of all proc a bunch of blood charges. So let's get the boss over here. How about this? Let's find the boss, wherever it is. The boss right here. Right here. Proc up the blood charge. Oh, I didn't really proc it up because it killed a bunch of enemies around it here, but see if we can proc it up. There's one blood charge up there. It's not really going to work because there's too many enemies. Let me clear them out, shall I? Let me clear the enemies out so I can actually show you the tech here. I'll actually show you the tech. Alright, clear them all out. Clear them all out. Alright, So we can stack up the blood charges. Try it again, try it again. He's spawning so many summoned raging spirits, it's not working. Oh, we got 2. Anyway, you can stack up to 4 very easily on bosses, which means that your actual damage on your Reap and your Spellslinger is going to get that damage from the blood charges. We can see it on Veritania when I do it. It's really not working here, but we'll do it in Veritania. Now, I do have to pay attention here because we are on hardcore and he is ghosted, so we've got to be a little bit careful. Just make sure we can down it. Just like that. And we can jump into Veritania to showcase this a little bit better. Let's jump into there. Here we go. Alright, so let's show the Reap tech actually in action against Veritania. And hopefully we don't absolutely destroy ourselves right here.
This time I may show mercy.
So once again, we can see here, we can stack the Reap up. And it goes to 4 blood charges up the top there. We'll get everything else sorted, and then we start just stacking up the damage. Now, you can see the damage is not amazing right now at all, as we are on the double 3 link. But we've got a lot of regen, and so all we've got to do is just pay attention and jump around a lot. So let's just take Veritania down. Wait for her to go over here. There we go. She'll jump right over there. We can do a bit of that. Do a bit of that. And look, half health. Amazing. Now, we do have to watch out for Veritania because she does do some pretty nasty shotgun mechanics if you're not too careful. Alright. So this is probably the longest Veritania you've ever seen, even Awaken level 2 Veritania. But we got to try and get that 5 link or that 6 link or something like that to start spell slinging nice, or maybe even self-casting in the future, and then transitioning to crit once we do get our Uber Lab, and I'll talk about that in a second, what we're thinking about doing with this character. Now, if I was to do this character again, I probably wouldn't do it on Inquisitor. Probably wouldn't start Inquisitor if we're doing these blood skills. Something like Trickster would be better. Something like Scion with Gladiator Necromancer would be much better as well. But we did get a nice belt here. Let's check that belt out right there. Pretty nice. Some cold damage on there. Heck yeah. So that's basically it. That's the build. That's the build. Let's jump on out. And I'll just talk a little bit more about it and how we're actually utilizing everything. Now, you did see me actually just spec into Pain Achievement right now, but we're not actually low life. I'm going to be playing around with, from this point, I'm going to be playing around using Petrified Blood, the new kind of low life gem here, and then buffing out my energy shield even more to actually go low life to get 30% more damage from here, and to also use a Doresso's Courage shield, which I'll show you over here, to give me a lot of spell block as well. So we do have one of those that we actually dropped, wherever my shields are, this one right here. So it gets plus 30 chance to block spell damage while you're on low life. And then you do also get chance to block attack damage if you block the spell, and blocking spell damage if you've blocked an attack recently as well, with some fizz damage, some res, and some extra chance to block on there as well. So that's really nice if we do the low life technique through everything. But that's all I really have to say. I am going to include a path of building down below just of this character, but it is completely completely shoddy work right now. Day 1, pretty terrible gear. If you want to have a look at it, I wouldn't recommend following this because I'm basically just going to grind up some currency for my next character, which is going to be a General's Cry boss killer. That's pretty much all I will say. But thank you so much for watching, everyone. This is the character. I hope you enjoy it. And thank you so much for being there with me. If you enjoy this kind of content, let me know down below in the comments and hit that subscribe button. Love you all. Thank you so much for coming. And until next time, Badger is very tired.